What's going on, you guys? Jermall Charlo, Demetrius Boo Andrade. Those are two names that been attached to each other, similar to Spence and Crawford for quite some time now. However, we have gotten anything close to a fight. Nothing close to it. But Abel Sanchez, right? Remember Abel Sanchez, the former trainer of Gennady Golovkin. And, back when he was the trainer of Golovkin, he was very outspoken, had a lot to say about everything and everybody. And now he seems to be back on that track. And he has some things to say about Jermall Charlo and Demetrius Andrade sitting around waiting for a payday. And, over the years, fans used to say things like, why don't they fight each other? Why they're waiting for Canelo, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, it's been a lot of nonsense in the middleweight division, especially when we're talking about the Charlos and the Andrades of the world. Jermall Charlo is a guy that we haven't seen in the ring since his fight with Juan Montiel. The same Juan Montiel just fought this past weekend against Carlos Adames and got smoked within 4 or 5 rounds, right? Jermall Charlo went the distance with this guy. Actually, he went tooth and nail with this guy. That's the last time we've seen Jermall Charlo. It's been almost 3 years since we've seen Jermall Charlo. Demetrius Andrade, well, he's been a little bit active, right, with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom Boxing. He's been pretty active, but he hasn't been fighting anybody of noteworthy. Anybody that fans really seem to care about. Even the tougher guys, the people just don't know who these guys are, right? And Demetrius Andrade was looking to move up in weight to go up against Zach Parker to potentially take his belt to have a segue right into a fight with Canelo Alvarez, but that didn't work out. The purse bid was low, et cetera, blah, blah, blah. We know the story. But Abel Sanchez says these guys are undeserving of a big fight with Gennady Golovkin or Canelo Alvarez, and he says this. Honestly, I wouldn't want to see him fight Charlo. I don't think Charlo has fought enough to warrant stepping over the guys that are busy. There's a lot of guys underneath Charlo that are busy, that are fighting maybe even twice a year that should get an opportunity because they're active. Charlo and Andrade are just sitting around waiting for a big payday. That's not correct. I don't think it's right. Quote. Yeah, he got a point. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure what's the game with Charlo, right? In my opinion, Jermall Charlo seems to be the exact opposite of his brother in almost every way. While Jermall Charlo seems to be the more fiery, more amped up, gym rat, always in the gym working, staying in shape. Jermall seems to be more passive, more laid back. I don't really want to fight. I don't really want to train. I mean, if you've seen him, he was pretty big during his time off, but it seemed like he's getting back on track for things and trying to get back in the ring soon. So we got to wait and see what happens with Jermall Charlo. It's been almost 3 years now. And yeah, it says Charlo 32 has spent roughly the past 3 years of his career sitting idly on the sidelines after nabbing back-to-back victories in 2019 against Dennis Hogan and Brandon Adams. Charlo has fought just once in both 2020 and 2021. So far, Charlo's streak of inactivity has continued well into this year, as well as he's failed to fight at all while nursing a nagging back injury. Andrade, much like Charlo, has belly ached over the lack of big-name opponents willing to take him on in the ring. So yeah, like I said, man, I mean, Charlo just, I don't know, right? I'm not sure what the angle is with Charlo. He's the champion. He should be regarded as one of the best fighters in the sport right now, pound for pound and everything else. He should be multi-divisional, unified. Jermall Charlo should be everything his younger brother Jermall is right now, but he isn't. I don't know why. Demetrius Andrade seems to be trying to get these fights and seem to have been trying to get these guys in the ring. However, he hasn't had any luck at all whatsoever. So why not fight each other, right? And then Abel Sanchez says this. You have to stay active in order to deserve or warrant the organizations to putting you in the spot to get a title. The guys that are below them that are busy should be the ones rewarded with the title opportunities. Now, he's kind of wrong there, right? Because Jermall Charlo is the champion. There's guys under him that should be looking to fight him, right? Guys like Carlos Adames, etc., right? So he's the guy that's holding the belt right now, Abel. Now, Demetrius Andrade vacated his belt. We don't know what Demetrius Andrade is going to do. Is he going to campaign at 168? He says, me again. Stay tuned. Everybody keep calm. Bigger things coming, right? We don't know what Boo Boo Andrade is going to do, if he's going to go back to 160, if he's going to stay at 168. He's looking like he put on some size, so he likely will probably stay at 168 and campaign there. That seems to be where some of the action is at for Demetrius Andrade. So, yeah, man, do these guys deserve payday with Canelo Alvarez and Canelo? I mean, Demetrius Andrade been calling out Canelo Alvarez for years. Jermall Charlo, back when he was riding on his momentum wave, he was calling out Canelo here and there. He didn't seem to be pressing it too much, but Demetrius Andrade has been very vocal and outspoken about fighting Canelo. Even pulled up to a press conference, got thrown out of the press conference, etc., etc. He pulled up on Jermall Charlo's press conference. Demetrius Andrade have been pulling up on guys to make these fights happen. Unfortunately for him, some of the business of boxing has hindered him in his career path. But Jermall Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, I believe that they should fight each other before their careers is said and done. Abel Sanchez said they undeserving of these shots. I don't think so in Jermall Charlo's case, because he's a champion. Demetrius Andrade, he's a guy who, hey, I don't know. Demetrius Andrade's been active, so I'm not sure what Abel Sanchez jab is there. You know, Abel Sanchez is a guy to talk shit about somebody. But tell me what you guys think. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.